The truth about happiness. Once upon a time, in a quiet village near the mountains, lived a boy named Arjun. Arjun was only 16 years old, but everyone knew his name. His father was the richest man in the village. They had a big house, many cars, and more food than they could ever eat. Arjun had toys, clothes, and even a private tutor. He never had to work or worry about anything. But even with all these things, Arjun was not happy. He would sit by the window every evening and watch the other village children playing in the fields. They laughed, ran around, and fell into the mud. Their clothes were dirty, but their smiles were wide. Arjun would watch them with sad eyes and ask himself the same question every day. Why am I not happy? His parents tried everything. They bought him a new phone, took him on vacations, and gave him whatever he asked for. But Arjun still felt empty inside. One day, his father noticed Arjun sitting alone in the garden, looking at the sky. Arjun, his father said, "You have everything. Why do you still look so sad?" Arjun looked at his father and asked, "Is this what happiness feels like? Because I don't feel happy." His father had no answer. That night, Arjun made a decision. The next morning, Arjun packed a small bag with some clothes, water, and a little food. He left a note for his parents. "I am going to find the truth about happiness. Don't worry, I'll be safe." He left the village quietly and started walking. He didn't know where he was going, but he knew he had to find the answer. On the first day, he reached a small forest. He met an old man sitting under a tree. The man was playing a flute, smiling gently. Arjun sat down next to him and asked, "Excuse me, sir, are you happy?" The old man laughed. "Yes, I am." "But how?" Arjun asked. "You have no house, no car, not even shoes." The old man nodded. "True, but I have music, the trees, and the sky. I live simply and enjoy every moment." Arjun listened carefully. The man gave him fruit and shared stories. That night, Arjun slept under the stars for the first time. He felt peaceful, but he knew his journey wasn't over. The next day, Arjun continued walking until he reached a small farm. A woman was working in the field, her hands dirty with soil. She looked tired, but happy. "Hello," Arjun said. "Can I help you?" The woman smiled and handed him a basket. "Sure, help me pick these tomatoes." They worked all day. It was hard work. Arjun's back hurt, his hands were sore, and sweat ran down his face. But at the end of the day, when they sat together to eat simple rice and vegetables, Arjun smiled. "This food tastes better than anything I've eaten," he said. The woman laughed. "It tastes good because we worked for it." Arjun nodded. "Are you happy?" "Yes," she said. "I have enough to eat, a home to sleep in, and a body that can work. That is enough for me." Arjun thought deeply. Maybe happiness was not in things, but in effort. After spending 3 days with the farmer, Arjun thanked her and moved on. He soon reached a big city. Tall buildings, fast cars, and bright lights were everywhere. People walked quickly, talked on phones, and didn't smile much. He found a job at a tea stall. The owner, Ramesh, was a kind man who gave him food and a place to sleep. Arjun worked hard, serving tea, washing cups, and cleaning tables. The city was loud and fast, but he learned many new things. One day, Arjun asked Ramesh, "Are you happy even with this small shop?" Ramesh smiled. "Yes, I am. I earn enough to care for my family. My children go to school. That is all I need." Arjun realized something important. Happiness was different for everyone. For Ramesh, it was family. For the old man, it was music. For the farmer, it was hard work. But Arjun still didn't feel he had found his own happiness. One evening, while walking near a hill, Arjun heard a soft voice singing. He followed the sound and found a small hut. An old hermit lived there, alone but smiling. Arjun introduced himself and asked, "May I stay here for a few days?" The hermit nodded. "Of course, but you must help me with my chores." For the next week, Arjun helped the hermit collect firewood, cook meals, and fetch water. They sat by the fire each night and talked about life. "Why are you here?" the hermit asked. "I want to know the truth about happiness," Arjun said. The hermit smiled. "And what have you learned so far?" Arjun shared all his experiences. The hermit listened and said, "You are close to the truth, but you are looking outside when happiness lives inside." "What do you mean?" Arjun asked. "Happiness is not in places, people, or things. It is in your thoughts. When your mind is calm, thankful, and kind, happiness will follow." That night, Arjun thought deeply. He realized he had been running, searching outside for something that had to grow inside him. Arjun stayed with the hermit for 2 weeks. He meditated, read simple books, and spent time in silence. For the first time, his heart felt light. He didn't miss his phone or fancy clothes. He smiled easily and slept peacefully. One morning, he told the hermit, "I think it's time for me to go home." The hermit gave him a hug. "You have found the seed. Now go home and grow your happiness." When Arjun returned to his village, everyone was surprised. His parents hugged him with tears in their eyes. "Did you find what you were looking for?" his mother asked. "Yes," Arjun said. "I found the truth about happiness." He didn't ask for new things anymore. He helped his mother in the kitchen, laughed with his father, and played with the village children in the fields. He taught them what he had learned. He still lived in a big house, but now he knew happiness didn't live there. It lived in his heart. Months passed, and Arjun became known not for his wealth, but for his wisdom. He started a small group in the village called the Happiness Circle. Every evening, people gathered to talk, laugh, share stories, and meditate together. One day, a little girl asked him, "Arjun Bhaiya, what is the truth about happiness?" He smiled and said, "Happiness is not having more, it is needing less. It is not in noise, but in silence. It is not in things, but in thankfulness. It is not found, it is created." The girl smiled and hugged him, and so the village changed. People became more kind, more patient, and more peaceful. Arjun's journey had not only changed him, it had changed others too. He had found the truth about happiness. And now he helped others find it too.